Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about um, something that happened in one of the teachers' classrooms and how we can fix that. So when I was talking to Miss Hodge, I asked what problems she had while teaching, and she said the number one problem she had was fitting all her lesson resources in the time provided. I asked if she thought technology would help, and she said no. But I think that technology can. I think that it can allow students to learn more on their own. Let's go ahead and see what's. So, her class is a bunch of fourth grade students, ages 9 through 10. So, the curriculum alignment. So, the sample lesson I made was my curriculum covers the 4.L.3.S, which uses possessive pronouns as adjectives. For example, their house, her dog. My curriculum empowers students to be learners and use technology to their benefit. The way I would teach this subject, technology can make this subject more fun. Students leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in the learning goals informed by their learning sciences. Okay, so one of the first technologies I would use is iExcel. A lot of fourth grade classes use it right now. It helps students practice by repetition. I used iExcel when I was in school. I enjoyed it. It challenged me. So, for example, like they would be taught, like, here's a sentence. How would you change this in this sentence? Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. GimKit. I used GimKit when I was in school too. More of my high school years on both of these. But I have one of my siblings is in the fourth grade class, and they use GimKit a lot. Students enjoy it. It's not just this, like, this is the basic, but they also have like different games like snowballs or beach or just different things like that help students to be able to learn, and it makes it fun. They like looking at creative screens. Just like an example question, like I think this was more of a theme. uh, this was more teaching students theme, but you can also make one for adjectives, possessive adjectives. But like this one's like, what is the style or type of writing authors use called? Theme, setting, beginning, genre. It teaches kids in a way kind of like Excel, but this one you can also do as a whole class. The other one's individual work. This could be a whole class. Let's go ahead. The last one I have for technology is Google Slides. This is what I was wanting as like a group project. I love seeing students present, so I wanted them to present something to do with possessive adjectives. Like make me a couple sentences about how they would use possessive adjectives in these sentences. And because I found in my education, I found that students learn best having other peers teach them. Also, I want students to be able to, especially in language arts, learn how to present at a young age and help get over that anxiety, because the farther up you go, the more presenting you do, and at younger ages they are less likely to be as nervous. I feel like they can really, they're more impressionable. Sorry, words are hard. But Google Slides is just like, there's other websites, but this is one that all Chromebooks come with in schools districts. Um, this is the kind of what an example lesson would be. So, like, technology is very important in the classroom, especially now with technology being everywhere. As a teacher, we need to be able to use it to help teach students. In this lesson, I would first present the idea of possessive pronouns as adjectives and then allow students to practice with iExcel so they can learn the subject through practice. This allows students to learn from their mistakes. iExcel is an online learning platform that offers a comprehensive K-12 curriculum, adaptive skills, real-time assessment, and personalized guidance. iExcel supports every lesson you teach and aligns with the Common Core standards. iExcel also provides individualized analytics for students and parents to track their strengths and weaknesses. iExcel helps students to master the subject matter and progress faster. Students in the school system today use iExcel often. Miss Hodges uses iExcel in her classroom, and I feel that she should continue. You can use iExcel to help students learn and help solve the teacher's problems. Miss Hodge can use iExcel to help further her lecture time. Ms. Hodge can use IXL to assess the students' learning by looking at the IXLs the students have completed and see what the students are struggling with. With the individualized analytics, both the teacher and the parents can see how the student is doing. Next, I would play a game kit as a class and offer a prize to the winner. When I was in school, competition always helped me to do my best. The game kit is like a Kahoot, but presents it in more of a game form. This helps students to practice using possessive pronouns as adjectives some more. GimKit is a quiz-based learning tool that gamifies the way learning works in order to make teaching more engaging. The idea is to have students work using this software on their own devices so that learning is natural and hopefully pleasurable. In schools, GimKit is used to help students study for tests. GimKit is a great example of educational games used for learning. Students have different options for games they could play, so they never get tired of playing the same game and it stays interesting. Also, I would use GimKit because it is easy to navigate and understand. One of my favorite ways to teach is to allow students to do group projects. So I would make students get in a group of 3 to 4 and give them time to make a presentation on Google Slides about what they know about possessive pronouns as adjectives. This helps students review the subject, and it also helps students learn presentation skills. It has been found that if students research something, they can learn it better. When I was in school, my teachers had us make presentations all the time to help us learn. We used it as a way to do group projects. Group projects also help students with their social skills. With this technology, you can assess their knowledge by what they present in class, as well as having them complete a self-assessment. You can also talk to your students and ask them questions about the content. The assessment I chose for this class is a fill in the blank. This test covers the learning objectives of students learning how to properly use possessive pronouns as adjectives. The test asks the students to fill in the pronoun. The test has 10 questions. The technology is very important in the classroom, and as a teacher, you can use assessments as well. You can use technology for assessments as well as for students to practice with. You can then look at how the students did based on the scores on the test. You can compare the scores and see if they need to revisit the topic or if they are ready to move on. You can give the assessment after they have done the IXL, the GimKit, and have them present their projects. Before students take the test, I would have them go back over the online resources to study. For example, I would give them access to both the IXL and the GimKit to help them study. After the test, I would have my students self-reflect, so if they were struggling with the subject, maybe they can find a way that you can help them with future subjects. Having students complete a self-assessment has them reflect on what they have learned and what they are struggling with. This allows students to ask questions they may have comfortably. Alrighty, that's the end of this lesson. Thank you so much for listening.